Hello and welcome back to the next part of the dialogue node. At least that was what we were doing last time. So let's continue from that point on. So last time we made the text file, or the text field for all the writing of text. So let's make the audio next. Actually, I want the text part to be all the way down, so to be the last item. So actually over it, we're going to put in the text, the naming field first. I feel that would be better. So let's add the naming field, and that would just be, is it text name, or did I just call it name? I just called it name field. So, well, at least it's easy to remember. So, text field. We could just add name in here, so we already know that it's supposed to be name in here. Let's just do that. Text field dot registered callback. We need to do the callback, the value with the uh, lumber lumber, not lumber, lunar. I can't say it correctly right now. Lunar expression, Yeah, I tried. Okay. That's probably not the best thing to say in this tutorial. So now we want to add the value, the value we are putting in to be the new value in the name, and then we're gonna tell it, yeah, end it. Alrighty. Next up, we wanna set the value as well. We're just gonna set that to be the name's value. Just do the with the field instead. Alright. Let's add a class to it as well. A style class, so we can style it if we want to. So style class, and we just gonna call it text name. There we go. And then we have to add it in to our main container. And that's just text field. And there we go. So now we have the name value as well in the name field. Actually, let's add what's it called? A label for it as well. Let's just go like this and call it like text box. It's a little easier to see where everything starts and everything ends. And text name. Let's add a label here. Let's call it. Let's just name it label and underscore what it is. So underscore name. That would be a new label. And then we want to add in the name of the label, and we just can call it name. The label is literally you will have the field, you will have a name over it. So there'll be like a big empty box right here, and then the name will just stand over here, so we can see. Oh, its name I'm supposed to put in this field down here, and that probably didn't make much sense. So I hope when we actually get to the visual part, so we can actually see what we're doing, that's probably gonna help a lot. So we're just gonna call this. Let's just copy this, so we know it's a label name. You know what? Let's actually add, so we can add one more class to this. I just call that label, so we can hit all the labels at the same time. And let's add that into our main container. Add label name. Alright, so we also need one for the text box. Let's try and copy paste and see if we can get how much we can get away with. So we need to change this into Hmm. What did we actually call it? We could just call it texts. So let's just do that. So, dot dot and dot. And of course here. Let's just call it text box. I think that's better. At least that is what I think, but who knows, right? Alrighty. So now we have the name and the text box as well. So the question is right now, do we want the image to be the first in the top, or do we want the audio to be the top? Actually, let's have the image be the top part. I think that would be better. Yeah, that's you use the image. Alright, so let me just quickly look at my notes on how to set up the image correctly. If I can find it. Alright, here we go. Alright, so we need first to find out what we actually named the image. We named that face image underscore field. Face image underscore field is equals a new object field. We want to open that up, so we want to put in some values in the beginning. But before we do that, let's just go face image. Here we go. Alright. So first we want to tell it what object type it actually is. And the type of object we want here is a sprite. No, not space, sprite. There we go. We're telling it it's the object it's working with right now is a sprite. Oh, sorry. Then we have allow scene objects. We don't want it to be able to allow scene objects into it, as this is supposed to be a loading file. We're just gonna say no thank you. And we're gonna set the value to be equals face image in the beginning. So the allows each objects is that if you have objects in the scene, you cannot link them to it. You have to link in the asset folder, in your project. Yes. All right. I lost my thought for a second. So next up, we need to do so when we change the image. We actually also save it. Oh, face image field dot register any value changes. We already know what we need to do here. So we need to go value and use the lunar expression. One day I will get this right. Alrighty. So whenever we change this field, we also want it to save. So we are going to say face image is equals to the new change, of course. That would be face image dot value. Oh, no, face field. Actually, couldn't we just go new value? And we need to tell it it is a sprite as well. There we go. I actually don't know if you have to do it this way or you have to go face image field dot value. It should be able to do this one up here. I believe so. Yeah, let's go with this one because we already used it down here. So why shouldn't you be able to do it here? Else we're just gonna go back later and fix it. So no big problems there. Alright, let me just quickly check my notes. Yes, that is wonderful. And we're gonna go main content dot add and simply add in the my face image field. There we go, beautiful. Save that. And under this, we need to make the one that actually chooses what way it actually faces. So face image enum. I can't remember how to spell enum now. I think that's correctly. Yeah. Let's, alright. And then we go to new enum field. Yeah, I spelled it correctly. It's always nice when you forget stuff, alright? We're gonna go value equals base image type type 1. Why does it say type 1? Oh, that's because this one is big. Ah, I see. Alright. So gonna rename that to small and remove the one at the end here. Oh, no. There we go. Alright, so that was a mistake on my part. Simply going to say that it equals this right here and end it. Wonderful. Then of course we need to also change it when it is changed. So registered callback ending, do the value, do the Luna expression. Ah, I forgot one. There we go. The reason why I'm doing it like this is because I think it's more readable. I don't know if I've already mentioned that, but now I have, right? I hopes that people... Yeah, I lost my thought there, but we're just gonna add the new value here as well. There we go. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell it. Oh yeah, we need to cast it. My bad. We need to cast that. Actually, can we do that as page image type? Wait, what do I actually call it up here? Dialog. Interesting. You can't do that. So we need to cast it. That means we have to go in front and add. All right. So here we are actually. Oh yeah, that's because a enum is actually numbers. So we're telling it that the number it's getting, we now have to convert that into this type of enum. So if we go into this enum, like number 1 would be left and number 2 would be right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the basic explanation of it, at least. Oh yeah, and we forgot that enums need to have this weird setup. It's just if I can remember this correctly, dot en instigate. At least I think that's what it's supposed to be named. Go face image type. There we go. Let me just quickly change my note. Check my note. Yep. This has to be called correctly. It'll be called, or else it doesn't work. And I'm sorry, I actually don't know why we have to call it. So let's add this into our field as well. So now we have this entire one in that our node as well. Beautiful. Right, so now we have the face, we just need the audio. Let's get the audio. So if I could spell audio, no. Alright, I'm just gonna check my notes. Why can't I remember how to spell audio? There we go. Audio. Audio, and then it was like clips. This is so wrong, but hey. I could probably also just have done this. Probably would be a lot easier. Just to look at the notes as well. Alright, so let's see, how do we do it in our notes? There we go. Right. So we need to make a new object. Field, there we go. There we go. Of course, need to tell the object type to be type of audio. Audio. I can't spell for badongas today. Alright, audio clip. Beautiful. And then of course we don't allow scene objects, so false. And next up we need to set that the value is now equals. And now we get to the fun part, where we need to go dot find where let's just go where audio clip the audio clips dot language is equals to our editor Windows language. I think we need to have this inside of one extra. Yeah. And if I remember wrong. Dot. Oh no. That no. All right. All right. Let me just quickly check my notes. Oh yeah, it's because we need to go dot over here. My bad. And then go type, generate type, and then end it. Oh yeah, you don't need to end it. You just need to go comma. There we go. That's probably the problem when you took a too long break between recordings that you forget what you were doing. I apologize. All right, so let's continue downwards. We're gonna go audio field. We need to make sure that when we ever change the I'm losing my thought constantly. Whenever we change the value, that it actually save the value. So we're gonna do the Lunium. This is going really well. Yeah, we're going to do this method. Beautiful. We're gonna go, then it's audio clip. Yeah, audio clip dot find. And then because we need to save the audio clip in the right audio clip dot oh no, not that language. Language equals editor dot language dot language generic equals value value dot new value as audio clip. Here we go. That became a long boy. Right, so first we are checking the audio. So first we are checking through all the audio clips in the audio clips list, and we are checking to find the correct audio clip. And if that language is the right language, if that language is the current language we are then changing that audio clip with the new audio clip. That's pretty much what we're doing here. So I hope that makes sense for people. I know it's quite a long boy. We're just gonna go audio clip field dot set value, and that's just going to be this beautiful line again. Can I? Oh, let's just write it. Screw it. That is audio clips dot find, because now we need to set the current audio clip. So we need to go through all the audio clips. We're gonna go through all the audio clips and go where the language is equal to the editors language and set that generic type and click. So we're also telling it in the beginning that when we load in our system, we also wanted to check what current language we are using and set it to use that current one. And at the very end, we're going, of course, to add this beautiful field to our system. Here we go. And it has been added. Wonderful. Now we have all the basic functionalities for our node manager. No, not node. Just for our dialog node. However, we also wanted to be able to actually add more options. So, for example, if I ask you which way do you want to go, you can answer left, right, and yeah, left, right, up, down. So now we need to actually make some buttons so you can actually pick what way you want to do. However, we wanted to do so that you can choose how many buttons that you actually want. So that's another thing. So we're gonna add a button in the top, simply called add. Let's just call it choice. If I could spell that correctly, I hope this is correctly. Yeah. Right. And then when you click that button, we wanted to add one more. And we're gonna use a lundum, god damn it, expression to submit to add to do add a new choice output part. So that is, so we will now be adding a choice to actually output from. And I'm gonna end the video here, and next video we will go into adding the output choice. So see you next video.